totally spontaneous live chat happening right now. I'm sure nobody's around, but maybe a couple of you are around. I'm just gonna open my phone, make sure everything is going over here. Say hello if you are just showing up. My hair is a mess. It's Christmas Eve. I am just being all spontaneous and stuff. I have an unboxing because I got something in the mail today, so I thought I would open that up on camera for you guys. And let's see if I can get to my comments here. And I also, yes, there we go. And I also have the giant reading cloth / tarot quilt that Peggy made me that I thought I would show you guys. So just randomly and mostly because I didn't want to pre-record and then try to upload because it takes forever and too much work. Hi Tammy Marie. Hi Lynette. So yeah, I got a fun thing in the mail. It actually went to my work, so I went and picked it up because presents are fun and I wanted really badly to open it. So I just thought I'd say hello and a Merry Early Christmas to everybody. And yeah, so I didn't tell anybody. I didn't even post it in the group. I was just like, I'm gonna go live real quick because we've got things happening. The man kids are in town, or in town. One lives here. The other one lives like 20 minutes away. But he's here. And we're gonna have Chinese food for dinner, and then we're gonna have our Christmas stuff tomorrow, like our Christmas turkey dinner and stuff. So it's a really casual Christmas for us this year, and yeah, I'm babbling. But mostly I just want to open stuff, and it's better to open it for you guys than by myself. But before I open, so I got one thing here, which I'll open in a minute. I even have the scissors. But I wanted to show off the quilt that Peggy made. Hello, Alexa. So I'm just going to show this really quick because it's epic. I don't even know if I'm not going to be able to get the whole thing on camera. So this is actually, so just so you know, this was a panel. So this was a piece of fabric that already had these squares. But she took this and it's got this big square in the middle. See, with the dragons? And then it's got all these like little squares all the way around the edges with wizards and stuff on them and dragons. And then at the top and the bottom, it's got this strip of like dancing or magicking wizards, which is super cute. Thank you, Tammy Marie. And then, so yeah, it's really big. It's big enough to go on my table. So when I'm doing top down like filming, I have something underneath. She put some batting in here, and then this is the backing. Check that fabric out. Is that not awesome? And like, if you look up close, there is around these little suns, there's like runes. I think those are runes. I'm pretty sure those are runes. I'm not a rune person, but there's little runes, and there's suns, and there's moons, and then she, of course, took some stitching down to hold everything together. I know! So she totally made this. She posted about it on her Facebook page. She's giving me a hard time because she was totally planning over Christmas break to make herself a quilt, and she's still planning on that, but then she pulled this panel out and was like, hey, do you want me to whip this up into a quick giant, like, tarot blanket / reading quilt? I was like, yes, please. And it's, I totally take advantage because she's my wifey and I can. But also because this is so cool. And it's a blanket, like it's a lap blanket size. It's not that huge, but like big enough that I could use it as a blanket. I can use it as a tarot cloth. Hello, cat. Thank you. So there's the big panel in the middle again. So yeah, when I'm doing my top down videos on my table, I'll probably toss this down because it's quilted, it'll lay. And I won't have to like fuss with it or anything like that. But mostly, this I definitely had to show off. Oh, and I love when she does this like really cool little like leafy stitch. So she did that all around the borders for me and then did a wavy stitch to stitch everything together. So cute. So it did not take her long, but it is so beautiful and she did such a great job with it. So I'm really excited to have that. We've already washed and dried it, so it's all fluffy and ready to go. But I ordered a deck, and this was a deck that I ordered mostly sight unseen. And really what happened was that my sister found this on Etsy and told me about it. And I like looked at like maybe one image, and then I was like, yes, buy right now. So I'm really excited to dig into this because most of the time when I'm doing unboxings, I've already at least seen like a flip through of the cards. And this one I haven't seen anything really yet, just a couple like images. So I thought it'd be fun to go through with you guys. It's not a big deck, I don't think. It's not a tarot deck. Oh, did I cut anything I'm not supposed to cut? Hopefully not. I just like totally cut into it without even thinking. Oh, I just barely missed it. Okay, good. Oh, pretty. So there is an art card inside. Look at that. Isn't that pretty? So the artist of this deck, which I haven't said what it is yet, is Deja Druitt. And I'll give you all of her social media info. And then there's also like a bookmark that came with the deck. Hello, Ciervo. Hopefully I've said hi to everybody. If I've missed you, it's not on purpose. And, okay, here it is. Oh, there's also another card. Oh, this feels really good. So I've got this that came with it. I love this. This literally looks like just somebody's like working magic tarot space. And on the back, thank you. I hope you love the deck. I should tell you guys what it is, huh? So this is actually called the My Quality Time Self-Care Deck. So this is by Deja Osborne, DejaDruitt.com. So I'll show that up on the camera so you can see. Yes. And then on the back it says, contains 44 hand-illustrated and watercolor painted art cards, including a variety of self-care activities for any woman who has been neglecting her needs, no matter how basic. Each card is a fun daily exercise for you to complete on your own. Spend time caring for yourself, building your self-confidence, and feeling more fulfilled. Inside, you will find a bifold booklet with suggestions for additional activities for each card. So self-care and self-love is a big part of my personal practice. So as soon as I saw, my sister told me about this and I saw what the theme of the deck was, I was like, yes, I totally need this. Oh, and I should show you her social media stuff. So this is the back. And I think down there you can see her Facebook. I think she's got an Instagram on there. I can't see from this angle. Tumblr, Facebook, Pinterest, yeah, Instagram, all of it, all that good stuff is on there. So I just got the plastic wrap off. It is a tuck box. And these are like a good, like they're like a standard playing card size. Like they're not like a tarot size, but they don't feel like a mini deck either. Hi, Noor. I'm just unboxing a quick deck if I can get it. Oh, you know what? I hate fighting with tuck boxes, I have to say. This box is probably not, I'm already like so close to ripping it. Not on purpose, like because they're hard to open. Why? I want my goodies. Get out of the box. And it's actually a shame because it's got, I think it's just a little so, I can't talk. I haven't even had any alcohol yet today. But I'm going to. I've got hot buttered rum mix and my son brought over wine and we're going to mull some wine. But I haven't had any of it yet and I still can't open the tuck box. Come on, people. I don't want to rip it. I'm totally ripping it. Like it's, you know what? I'm ripping it. I don't keep tuck boxes anyways. I'm ripping it. It's a pretty box. Sorry if that makes you cringe. It's unfortunate because it does have the little fold back part so you could reach in and grab the cards, but it just was not opening for me at all. So it comes with just a really simple little like one-pager sort of pamphlet inside that has, yeah, some additional like sort of tips for self-care activities you can do for each card. So these, what really attracted me to these was the artwork. These are what the backs look like. And I love that they've got like that whole time, sands of time. Why can't I think today? Hourglass. They've got that hourglass design. They're all watercolor. These are matte and they're a nice thick cardstock. They don't feel thin at all. So number one is library. So I would pull this and think it's time to have some quiet time and read probably, whether or not at the actual library. The little book says ghost stories. Then we have Ritual. Oh, you guys know I'm going to love that one. Ritual is a great self-care activity. I am loving this already. Flowers. Oh, see, and I would see this as just getting yourself something nice. Not necessarily buying something, but even just prettying up a space. I've got a piece of hair that's totally sticking up. Hold on. I have to fix that. I have to fix it. It's like having a little party. My hair does that, though, so, I mean, I shouldn't be surprised. Movie, little Netflix and relax time. Travel. And to me this could be as simple as a like Sunday drive, just getting out of your normal space. Literally that hair is driving me crazy on the preview. What do you guys think of this? Tell me, I'm curious. Decorate. There's another prettying up space kind of activity. Like it. Maybe doing some decluttering. bake. I actually really like these, and I love getting new ideas for self-care activities. Breakfast. Well, this is a good one actually, because I find that when I get really busy or really stressed, it's hard for me to remember to have breakfast in the morning. Like, I tend to go right for coffee. Oh goody. We have somebody fun here to help. So somebody with, like, oh, sorry, this is what I was gonna say. I tend to not jump right for breakfast in the morning. I tend to skip it, so that's a good reminder. Right. This is always good for me. I am at my best when I am doing my journaling. So this is a really good one. Hair. Oh, I like that. Oh my gosh. Seriously? Hold, please. So I'm just going to hold this card up for 1 second while I deal with this. Of course, it's not going to go. Remove. Easy enough. Remove. Okay. Sorry about that. Little bit of distraction for a moment there because I don't have any mods in the channel right now. Sorry for holding that card up for a million hours. Gallery. So this is another thing. Look at things that are beautiful or that inspire you. This could be also for me like going to any beautiful space. Yeah. Love, 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 love. Perfect. You have seen this deck before, Alexa? Yeah, there's not, I don't think I've ever seen, I have a self-love oracle deck. I love this one, Bath. This is one of my favorite self-care activities. I love making it special. Candles, wine, flowers. I love doing all that. Treat. Yeah, that's exactly right, Kat. It's like, these are very straightforward. Cleanse. Look at this. And they've got both crystals and a mask. So you could see this is a whole bunch of things. You could see this as just having a quick shower. You could see this as cleansing your crystals, or like this person is displaying taking a mat or doing a face mask or something like that. Something a little bit pampery. I love this. And there's also some good diversity in this deck, which I also love. Puzzle. To me, this is, again, any meditative activity. I might pull this and think, oh, I could like maybe pull out a deck and modify it and edge it. That's a very meditative activity for me. Or anything else that's more quiet and reflective. Makeup. I love this. This is totally a self-care thing. Oh, hi, Keith. I love doing makeup. You've seen this on Instagram. Okay. I had not seen or heard of this at all, which is amazing because self-care and self-love and self-worth are all huge things that are really important to me and things that I talk about all the time. How are you doing today, Keith? This is list why I'm awesome. Look at that. I love this. So this could be a gratitude practice. This could be writing something nice about yourself or a letter to yourself. Nature. Love, 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 love. Yeah, Keith, I caught that. I noticed you commented, whose lip color did you comment on? Maybe it was during Yule Fest and you're like, oh, I have a shade like that. I really love playing with makeup. It just makes me feel really good. And it's not something I ever did because I felt societally pressured to do makeup. Makeup was something, oh, what was that last one? That was nature. This one is catch up. So this is kind of like connect with somebody. Phone a friend, send an email you haven't been sending in a while, reach out to somebody, connect, go live on YouTube, you know, talk to your people. Cafe. I'm good, Keith, thanks. Always good to go down for a fancy coffee. Compliment. Sometimes one of the best self-care things is to notice the good in other people. It makes it easier to notice it in yourself, I find. Sometimes, not always. Does this say dare? It does. It says dare. I love this. It's like, makes me think of, yeah, going out, girls' night, karaoke, getting outside your comfort zone a little bit. These are fantastic. Flirt. And I mean, there is a kind of flirting too that you can enjoy when you're just not serious. Like Peggy and I flirt, but like with each other, and we flirt with other people in that not serious, like literally joking, like flirting with a straight guy, like who knows you're gay kind of way. You know what I mean? This one is learn, and I'm always down to study. And I love that she's got some cards out and is like studying tarot. That makes me so happy. So good. meet up. This would be a great deck to reach for if you're just struggling, if you're going through some difficulties or some stress in your life, or this time of year. Like, hello, this would be a great time of year to reach for something like this, particularly if the holidays are difficult. And for so many of us, they are. We have some great new traditions with our small family, but I've also got a lot of, and so does Peggy, a lot of stuff and gunk in the past related to the holidays. That last one was Pay It Forward, and this one is Play. Oh, I love this image. So one of my go-tos if I'm really upset and I don't know what to do is to go find a swing set and swing. It's just very therapeutic. It's something I did when I was growing up. And yeah, I just love that image. Read. So we've got the library card, but we've also got just straight up read. I love that we're seeing people that look like they're from all walks of life reunite. This one's a little similar to the Connect, but there's also a little bit here about like the past, or maybe connect with family. Not always the best self-care choice, but there's times when it is, right? Volunteer. So this is again similar to Pay It Forward. I like that these might help get you out of your own way if you're really struggling. If you're, I know I'm repeating myself, but like if you just need a kick in the butt a little bit to get out of, say, a slump, or you know, you're having a hard time getting out of bed because you've been through some tough times. I love this. Sing. Sorry, I'm looking at them first because I can see them in the camera, but it's not the same, you know? She's singing into a hairbrush, which I just love. That's like me when I'm blasting my music in the car. Dance. Such a sweet deck. Stretch, little yoga happening. This is just something I felt like I really wanted and needed in my collection. I don't think I would use this at all as an oracle or as a divination deck. I literally think I would use it as a self-care. I need something, I need to do something, what can I do? So that I don't just check out. Because sometimes when things get tricky, I want to disconnect and I want to distract. I want to watch TV. And sometimes that's fine. That's the right activity for me. This is called, Amy, this is called the My Self-Care, or sorry, My Quality Time Self-Care Activity Deck. That is what the box looks like, which I totally wrecked, but that is what the box looks like. It is on Etsy, and after this video is up, when I get a chance to sometime this week, I will definitely put the link up, but if you go to Etsy and look up My Quality Time Self-Care Deck, you'll find it. This one is Focus. I like this because this could literally mean taking photographs. Hi, Elle! Good to see you. I'm glad you made it. I was totally spontaneous. I didn't plan this at all. I'm just doing a quick unboxing, and I showed off my tarot quilt, which I will show again here in a moment. What I like about this card is that it literally could be just be in the moment, like be present. It doesn't have to be specifically taking photos. Create. Oh, this person's making candles. They've got some oils and some beeswax and some lavender, it looks like. I really love the artwork in this deck. Blog or vlog. If you're just joining, this is the My Quality Time Self-Care deck, which you can find on Etsy. This one is Nurture. And it's literally just a deck of 44 cards that are all about self-care. Different activities you can do for self-care. Gift. Good time of year for that too. Fit. So this is like move your body, like I see this is more of like a cardio type of exercise, or like a brisk walk or something like that. Something that really gets your blood pumping more so than something like really relaxing, which is good. Sometimes it's exactly what you need. Date. Now this is cool because you can totally take yourself on a date, and I don't think very many of us do that, but really just all the same care and attention you would put into going on a date with somebody else, doing that for yourself can be really empowering and beautiful. And tidy up. So here's another one that makes me think of cleaning, decluttering, cleansing your space in a physical sort of way, moving your things around, reorganizing. Yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking, Sarah, but like if you're feeling depressed, if you're really struggling, this is one of those decks, and it's not insubstantial. It's a good size. These are like playing card size. I think I'm just going to shuffle and see what comes up. I think that around this time of year, this can be really tough. This can be a tough time of year for people who have lost somebody. This could be a tough time of year for people whose families of origin are problematic or dysfunctional or abusive. Some of us are still entangled in those family dynamics that are not necessarily healthy, that can be really toxic. Some of us have disentangled and don't have contact with people in our lives that we used to because they're not healthy for us. There's a lot of things about this holiday season that can be really, really tricky and difficult for a lot of people. Sometimes we're just lonely. Like I was mentioning earlier in this video, it's a time of year where our stuff tends to bubble up. It's when we're sort of confronted with our pasts. It's when we're confronted with our losses, because it's a time of year we associate sort of with connectedness and gathering together of people, particularly family. And with family, often there are big things sort of lurking, right? So the fact that this deck showed up in the mail today was so perfect. And this will be great if I find myself struggling or triggered or anything like that. And you know what? Even our social media can sometimes trigger us. If you've got trauma or difficult stuff with your family in your background, or even like losses and things like that, you might find that like freaking Facebook is like, oh, look where you were a year ago, and you're like, triggered, thanks. And I don't say that lightly. I actually had that happen. I had a whole bunch of stuff happen with my mom, and one time Facebook just like randomly reminded me that a year ago that day I was like at her bedside at a hospital, and it was all kinds of not good. And so sometimes a break from social media is good. And what I like about all of these is that while some of them are about connecting with people, like whether it's vlogging, blogging, connecting, reuniting, etc., there's a lot here that are really about taking care of your own needs. And I love that there's something as simple in here as breakfast. There was a breakfast card. If you missed the beginning of this, I showed that one. There's even one for hair. Like if you haven't gotten out of bed in a couple of days and like had a good shower and washed and conditioned your hair and, you know, brushed it out, it can be as simple if you're struggling or you're feeling anxious as literally running a brush through your hair or combing it. So I feel like this could be a very helpful sort of nurturing, supportive tool for wherever you are on your path, whether that is you're really together and things are good and you just need some ideas to like pamper yourself and prioritize yourself, or whether you're really, really struggling and you're like, you know what, I'm just going to pull a card and I'm going to just commit to doing one thing that card makes me think of for myself today, no matter how depressed or down I am. I think that could be really, really beautiful. So this is super great, and I'm so happy to have it. I did totally already destroy the tuck box because it was really hard to open, and that was a bummer, but I'm already going to put it in a Peggy bag. We all know I'm going to put it in a Peggy bag, so like, I'm not even worried about it. And this cardstock is matte and thick, so I don't think this is a deck that will bow or anything like that if I hang it in a bag. So the only other thing I'm going to do really quickly here, you guys, is show off the quilt that Peggy made me again, the little blanket. So this is the back. It's like all this fabric. Oh, I know you guys can't tell it's upside down, but it's all this. It's quite big, probably like, let's see, what is that going to be, like 3 feet wide maybe by 4 feet long? That might be about right. Maybe 3 by 4 or so, 2.5 by 4. So I'm really bad at watching the comments. Yeah, exactly, Kat. Sometimes it's just you need one thing. You need a little nudge to do one thing. I know that when I've gone through some really rough times, sometimes it's like I just need to remember to eat or drink water or have a bath, or you know what I mean? And sometimes it's just like I've had a stressful week and I need some tips on things I can do for myself, right? So the other side of my tarot quilt, if you missed it, is this lovely wizard pattern. This was a panel of fabric, so Peggy didn't have to piece these together. They were already together on one piece of fabric, but look at the middle. The middle's about the size of like a nice big, sorry, I have to squish my head around so I can see that it's all in frame. This is about the size of like a good sized reading cloth, and except for there's this whole border. So I could line just this part up on my table and do like a 3 card across this part, or I could pull this part up. But it's about the right size to drape all the way over the table that I do my top down. When I do top down filming, I usually do it on this one table. Dragons in purple. I know, it's so pretty. It's so pretty. Did I miss somebody coming in? Hi, Pepper Jackie. Yeah, so this is super gorgeous. And all Peggy had to do really was she stacked the, I make it sound so simple, and I know it's not, and I don't do it for myself. So I'm still super impressed when she does this, but it's one piece of fabric on the front, one piece on the back. She did all of her rolled hems and tucked everything in, and she did this really pretty decorative stitch down this side. And then she did a bunch of stitches through both layers, or she put batting in between. So there's a little thin layer of lightweight batting, and then she did the stitching to sort of pin everything together. So she used this wavy stitch. sort of down all these intersections just so that everything's nice and together. And we've washed and dried it, and it's about the right size for a lap blanket, so I can use it as a blanket or as a little tarot reading cloth, a big tarot reading cloth or whatnot. But I just thought that was really cool, and I wanted to show you guys. And also I said I would because Peggy was working on it during Becca and Simon's live chat yesterday. And I kept saying that, I kept talking for Peggy in the chat and saying, well, Peggy says this and Peggy says that. And people are like, where's Peggy? I'm like, she's sewing my quilt right now. Like, let's not distract her. She's doing a thing. And this weekend, she's actually, or this week rather, she's actually working on a quilt for herself, finally. So she's making herself like a lap quilt. But I have my like tarot quilt now. I need to find me a Peggy. I'm trying to clone her, Al. It's tricky. But I am going to be, if anybody will actually ask any questions, in my Supportive Tarot Facebook group. I'll try to remember to put the link in the description box of this video too. But I'm toying with the idea of starting up a series on the channel called Ask Peggy in the style of like a Dear Abby kind of thing, like a Dear Peggy kind of advice-y sort of thing. So it could be fun, lighthearted questions, or could be totally serious questions. Because I always say I want to clone her, and like she gives great advice, and she's a very like self-confident person, and I just want to share that, right? So we have a suggestion box so people can write in anonymous questions, and once we have a couple questions to answer, we'll probably do a live and she can give advice on those questions or like answer those specific letters or whatever that she gets at that suggestion box link. So if you're not in the Supportive Tarot Facebook group, I will put the link down below if I can remember to do it with all the Christmas stuff happening. But otherwise, I did put the link in the Supportive Tarot Facebook group, so it is in there. It's a suggestion box thing. So it's totally anonymous, and you can share your name if you want to not be anonymous. That's totally fine. But I figured we'd default anonymous, and then people could ask whatever they want. And, I mean, like, unless it's like an offensive question, and I can't think of what that would be. Excuse me. I don't see why we wouldn't be cool with answering just about whatever. I don't do politics on this channel. For lots and lots of reasons, but beyond that, probably everything is good. So if you have personal life stuff or like confidence related stuff, or just you want to be ridiculous and silly, that's totally fine. Peggy and I are down for whatever, so thought that'd be fun. But yeah, I just wanted to come on and do a quick unboxing of that Quality Time Self-Care deck, show my quilt, tell everybody Merry Christmas. I probably won't be on tomorrow. I normally put up a video on Tuesdays, Thursdays, Saturdays, and Sundays. I don't know if one will go, oh wait, actually, that's not true. Hold on, wait. We have my 500 subscriber giveaway open right now on my channel. So there's a video that says 500 sub giveaway. It's a really short video. Peggy and I show off what she has made as the giveaway prize. And there may or may not be a secret second prize. Well, not so secret because I just told you live. So we will be drawing names for that tomorrow. So probably after we do our sort of Christmas unwrapping or whatever, we'll go live for a quick draw. It's totally cool if you can't make it live. You can watch it on replay, but it'll be easier than trying to upload. Amy, thank you. But we will draw names. Maybe there's a secret second prize. Maybe. Except there is totally for sure because I totally spilled the beans. But we'll probably draw 2 names tomorrow for that giveaway. So there's still time to enter until midnight Pacific time tonight. So 11:59 or whatever. You know what I mean? I got to cut it off at a specific point. But if you want to enter that and you haven't yet, go leave a comment on that video. It is the 500 sub. Let's see if I can find, I'll show you even what it looks like on my channel. It is called 500 sub. I can't even navigate my own YouTube. This is terrible. Hold, please. Where did it go? There it is. So it looks like 500 sub giveaway. It's Peggy and I. And that's literally what the title says. It's 500 subscriber giveaway. And it's only an 8-minute and 50-second video, which may be the shortest video I've ever made ever on this channel. Maybe. Probably. And so yeah, watch that. Make sure you comment on that if you're interested in winning. She made a beautiful spread cloth and bag set for the winner. And again, probably a second prize. Definitely a second prize. So like, you know, sneak on over there. Make sure you enter. And so we're going to do that draw tomorrow. And then my Tarot de Marseille video will go up on Thursday. Saturday will be Tarot Memoirs. So those things are already ready to go. I will try to do my decks I worked with this week video on Sunday. I don't see why I wouldn't. I love that series. It's super fun. And I'm working with Spirit Keepers Tarot this week. And my Angels and Ancestors Oracle, so I'll want to talk about those for sure. So those things are still happening. And yeah, so hopefully it is a good holiday. I might be doing some other things. Oh, and just because I'm babbling, how did you nearly miss? You missed, Elle. Oh my gosh, I'm glad I mentioned it. And what else? Oh, I'm going to be doing 31 Days of Tarot. So that is Ethany's 31 Days of Tarot prompts. So you'll be getting a video from me every single day in January for sure, on top of probably my normal content, because I want to keep that stuff going. The Tarot de Marseille Earth series is almost over. So make sure that if you want to stay in the loop on all of my content, that you are subscribed and hit the like button on any videos you watch. That's super helpful. And I hope you guys have a really great holiday. I'm going to sign off so I can go say hi to my child, my man-child, who just showed up a few minutes ago. But I hope you guys have a great night, a great day tomorrow. And remember that if you are struggling during this holiday season, you are not alone. A lot of people struggle. You can reach out to me at any point. You can Facebook me. You can glide me. Whatever you need. If you just need somebody to chat with for a few minutes, I totally get it. And I will do my best to be available for people if they need it. Okay? So in the meantime, take good care of yourselves. And I will see you all again very soon. Have a great, great night, everybody. Bye-bye.